Hello and welcome back to Metaphor ReFantazio. It is one day until the hunt for Heisme begins, but before we do that, I want to briefly talk about the dungeon that we got last time. Now, this is the Abandoned Tomb dungeon, and we were given information on it that said that we could steal from the boss at the end of it, which was interesting because we don't have the ability to steal. We also know from the request that there is a thief archetype. Now, some people were suggesting that the requester who gave it to us, Gukulus, could be the person who gives us the thief archetype. However, if he gives you the archetype, how are you going to take the archetype into this quest? Because that doesn't make any sense. It's like a catch-22, a paradox. Like, how would you use the thief archetype if you need to complete the quest to use the thief archetype? It doesn't add up. Also, it tells you the number of days it takes you to get there in the top right, which I hadn't noticed before, but is very cool. So my guess is he has to give you a different archetype. And the only one I can think of that we've seen in descriptions, but we haven't actually seen yet, is Faker, potentially. Like, if it meant it like a con man or something similar to that, potentially that could be what he gives us, but I'm not entirely sure. Anyway, we should jump directly into the Heisme stuff once we leave this place. We could, in theory, give ourselves a little extra health and continue farming here. There's no particular reason why we couldn't do that, but I don't really feel the need to farm here. I think that we're going to be around the right level anyway to do the next section of the game, and it just doesn't feel like it's worth it overall, given the XP we were getting. However, I do think that it's worth looking at Hulkenberg and more behind us, because I think it might be worth leveling Hulkenberg up to the next level so that we can get the next level of our archetype. So let's just have a look at that here.
What now?
First of all, what are the requirements? Do we fulfill all the requirements for her to get the next archetype? Which is Magic Knight. All we need is Mage at rank 10. So yes, we have all the other requirements. So, that would make a lot of sense to me, right? I don't know what an upgraded version gives you, but it definitely seems like it would make sense to upgrade her as soon as possible, because we don't really want her sitting in Mage. Mage is not her good thing here. I think it would be much better to have her be a variation of Knight, especially if that variation of Knight goes into two other variations of Knight. I think that's going to lead to a much better outcome for her. Also, what's the other one that we have? Magic Seeker. Oh, that just requires you to have level 20 in Seeker. That's probably the one they expect you to have at the start of the game, isn't it? Like the first one they expect you to advance, because they probably think that you stick with Seeker and level it up, instead of doing this weird combo of all the other ones. But anyway. Yeah. What I want to check now is how much XP we need for Hulkenberg to get to that level. I'm on the wrong screen. Actually, this screen will do. This screen was fine. Details. Archetype. So we need 45 to get to the next level. So we might as well just do that so we can see what the next amount is. I mean, the ones that give you 100 XP are barely worth worrying about here. What are we looking at? Is it in this one? It is, okay. Yeah, so let's just give one of the 100 XP ones to Hulkenberg for Mage. Now let's see how Hulkenberg, or how much XP Hulkenberg actually needs for the next level. So she needs a little under 500. So two 500s is likely gonna get her there, or two 500s and a 100 will likely get her to level 10. I think that's worth it. I feel like that's worth it to me. I don't know if it is, but to me it feels like it's a good bet that this will get us where we need to go. Yeah, and as I said, two 500s and a 100. Cool. So that gets her to level 10. So now what we can do with Hulkenberg. Also, what's our current quest for more? I've completely forgotten. No, it's not that one. That one, Solitude. Oh, Merchant Archetype to 15. I completely forgot that was a quest. Yeah, okay. That adds up. Okay. Anyway. Hulkenberg. You're going to be a magic knight. Details. So, you get Knight's Proclamation, which is cool. Are your stats higher? Let's just have a look. What stats do we get here? 5, 5, 10, 2, 2. 1, 2, 5, 1, 1. So this is weaker in terms of pure stats between this and the Knight. Let's look at Knight. So we can see how many it gives you here. So it gives us 5 strength, 5 magic, 10 endurance, 2 agility, and 2 luck. This just gives us worse across the board. Huh. Okay. But we get Knight's Proclamation. We get Rakukaja, which is an increase to defense. I don't really need that. It looks like you keep the... Yeah, you keep the synthesis skills from the previous level. Okay. There's some interesting stuff we could potentially do. We have Mass Dancer and Berserker lineages here. Also Summer lineage and Commander lineage. Okay. That's interesting. Extreme physical electric damage. That sounds insanely good. And all you need to have is an allied gunner? Ooh. Okay. Cool. But yeah, I think that this makes sense. Weak HP recovery for all allies in the same row. Is interesting. Weak HP recovery as a level 5 skill on an advanced archetype seems odd. It seems too low to be useful. Deals medium physical damage to one enemy. Evasion against dark, and then Tetrakarn is a barrier that repels attacks. Okay. You can see explanation. The expanded defensive repertoire that includes magic skills to heal teammates and improve defense, the Magic Knight is even more prepared to protect its party. I don't think it's actually that much better, but it might lead us in the right direction. Yeah, let's do it. At the very least, it lets us see what an advanced archetype is.
I see.
Let's do it.
Fascinating.
The Magic Knight. This is the archetype you sensed from Hulkenberg's way of life.
This right here.
Its heroic embodiment is that of the Adept Protector, a shield of chivalry and martial spirit who specializes in the art of magic.
All right.
Yes, I will unlock it.
I'm counting on you.
Yes, I want to entrust Hulkenberg with this power.
Of course.
Then hear a so valiant heart. By shared resolve and honored creed, take new form as an adept knight. I hear the voices of past heroes' souls. O worthy heart, who tempers anxiety into strength, greater still. If thou art prepared to remain unprincipled and pursue the path of the Protector, I shall bestow upon thee our soul, the soul of the Knight.
I see.
So this is the power of the Magic Knight, fitting. The strength of magic my shield is made ever stronger. To protect His Highness the Prince in the world he dreamt of. Okay.
A new means of protection.
So we'll switch over. Yeah, that makes sense. Attack and defense are very high here. And what do we have after? Oh, we can kind of see what we need now. So this one just requires, well, I say just. This one requires you to get Magic Knight to rank 20 and be rank 7 with Hulkenberg. So just requires you to get to like the second last rank with her. What about the other one? You also need to get to rank 7, and you need Magic Knight, and you need something else. So what were these? It was like Paladin, and then was it like Dark Knight or something like that was what it was called? Can't remember what we were told that these were, but that would make sense looking at it. Anyway, we'll come back to that later. The other thing I want to do now that we've done this is on Hulkenberg, archetype details. That's not what I want to do. How do I inherit? Do I have to go into it? Do I inherit from this screen? Is this the... I'm forgetting what screen I need to be on to inherit. Details? I think... Oh, press the skill inheritance button. There we go. I knew it was somewhere. Right. I could take Ironclad Bond. That seems really good. Plus Shield Arts. Don't think we need that. Just seeing what we've got here. Weak HP recovery for one ally. No, I think Ironclad Bond makes the most sense here. Just increase her defense for now. Means that she has very little that she can do in a turn. She can raise defense, force people to attack her, or attack with her weapon. She can't actually do anything else right now. But I think it's still a good idea to get her this and to start leveling it now, rather than leaving her on mage, which, I mean, mage is fine, but I don't really see us ever unlocking her into like the second level of mage. Her magic stat is not that good, right? I say this and then just want to double check. Like, her magic is 11. Stroll's magic is 12. Our magic is 20. Right? So she is the worst person at magic in the party. So we really don't want to leave her with that. Anyway, now we've done that, I'm going to do a save, and then we're going to leave. Right. Let's leave.
What do you think?
Yep, let's head back.
Understood.
Okay. Back to the Martira Tavern.
Speaking of,
We recovered a necklace in the mausoleum, correct? It belonged to a nobleman. We should return it with haste. That entire mess has affected a great many people. It's all such a shame. All the more reason to fulfill our goals, so that further tragedies may be averted. He's probably real eager to get it back. Let's deliver it to him before we forget. Well then, are we all sufficiently prepared? I mean, foodstuff as well. Though if our stocks run low, the giant sandworm larvae along the way would more than suffice.
What?
Was that sarcasm? I get the sense it wasn't.
Guess we're splitting up.
You know, all things considered, I think we did a great job today. Let's get some food in us and then we can hit the hay. I'd say we earned our rest today. Good job. Wonderful. We relaxed.
Time marches on, and the age of a new king draws nearer.
Is it finally time?
Today's the day we depart.
So?
Everyone's already headed for the Gauntlet Run. Are you ready? Okay, so it does give us time to wander around, which is great. Oh, I didn't want to open this one. I wanted to close this. I also didn't want to do that. No. Okay, it's this button in this game. There we go. World map.
Where to?
Oh, it won't even let you go to Grand Trad? Oh. Well, whatever then. We do need to go to just double check with you.
Hello there.
You got any more? No. So he doesn't have anything? We could buy some water, but I think we already have it, so let's leave that be. Oh, hello.
Let's not.
Now is not a good time for that. Oh, okay. That's fine. Can I go to the shop that's over here?
An elder candidate?
Yeah,
No.
yeah. I can go to the shop. That's fine. I just want to double check. Which shop is it? It's not that one. It's not that one. It is this shop. Perfect. Wait, not this shop. Oh, also, do you have any unique stuff?
welcome.
Yeah, you have some cooking ingredients, but we already have a couple of each, so that's fine. Right, in here. There's also nowhere that we can purify stuff here, which is annoying. Right, sell. I'm going to sell you all.
Now then.
There we go. Praise. Can you tell me what this is? It is a Squire's Bracelet, plus 3 strength. Okay. Gritty weapon. It is a Damascus Cestus. Okay, which might be good if we ever decide to do Brawler. Then armor, Damascus Vest. Okay, cool. So what I want to do is just rebuy up a bunch of these things. So I want to buy 16 of those, because it costs us almost nothing. I want to buy some fairy dust. I'm going to buy 9 of those. I'm going to buy some medicine. Let's buy 10 of those. Let's rebuy up to 10 of those. Poison, we're going to buy up to 10 of those. I just feel like buying up to 10 of these, it just means that you have enough for a fight, right? Like, enough for a fight or 2 fights if you make it spread. So let's just make sure that we have enough of these. We have the money, so this is the time to do it. Increase hit evasion, don't care. We'll buy the remove sleep one, because we saw we needed that somewhere else. Nothing else that we can buy here, unfortunately. That's fine. Right, let's leave that be. There isn't anywhere we can bless our weapons here. We'd have to go back to Grand Trad for that. So that means that the weapon that we have on Stroll is worse than it could be. We do have enough to potentially buy a really good weapon if we wanted to. Also, while we're here, we can switch back to Merchant for now.
Coin can solve problems a blade cannot.
You're fine. You're also fine. Is this the best thing that we have? It is. Okay. Yeah, so currently I think Dragon's Judgment might be better than the Scrap Metal Slab, but I think this would be better if we were able to actually purify it. Right. So the reason... Oh, I also need to check the Damascus vest as well.
What now?
So... Oh, it equipped it automatically. I was going to say it might be better. And the answer is, yes, it is. And you're using the Brigadine. Ah, okay. It's a new thing that we got as a reward. Awesome.
What'll it be?
I just want to see if we can buy this. Now, we're a little off, actually. But we might. It might be worth it. Yeah. I mean, this also might be worth it, but I don't actually know what... I just realized I don't know what class that's for, so, like, why would it be worth it? This one might be worth it, though. Yeah, let's buy it. Sure. How much? I only need 5,000, so... Seeing what I have, I do have some Iron Lances I'm never going to use before. We're more likely to never use any of this stuff before. Again, like the stuff that's lower down here. Like, I'm never going to use the Apprentice Surcoats again. Or I shouldn't, anyway. Researcher Coat. That's slightly better. Grand Jackets. Yeah, we can sell those. Pilgrim's Cloak. Yeah, I'm never going to use that. Here, anything that's like lower than wait, we don't have a helmet on? I guess it might not be applicable. Also, we can't sell it, I just realized. Yeah, so anything like this where it's just going to be worse for everyone, let's just sell that. I could sell one of the igniters. Like, I probably don't need the mage fire ones anymore. We have too many people who know fire, and we have too many people who know winds. Like, just the single target ones probably aren't needed. Like, light might be, because we don't have that many people who are good at light attacks, but yeah. Need another 800 from somewhere. I think I could sell one of these.
Now then.
Okay, and then we need another 200. I love that you can just sell, like, some of these really good things, but they don't sell for anything. It's like, please just don't sell this. That's what the game's saying to you there. It's like, please don't do that. It would be really bad for you if you did. That's not a good weapon. I'm going to sell that. Well, it might be the best one we have, though. Yeah, out of these two, the Kindling Staff... Well, no, because we know that attack power does affect it. I was going to say it's worse than the Ivory one, but we know attack power does actually affect things. These are worse. These are slash ones that are worse than that. Right, I'll sell those two. Nice. Now we have enough to buy the Discerning Abacus.
Yeah.
So now all of our stats have been increased by 2 while we have that equipped. That seems much better for us here. Right. So we have a Magic Knight. We have a new weapon, which is going to increase all our stats by 2 and will earn us money through buying it, because we'll be able to kill more things immediately, which means that we'll earn more money.
What would the gods do?
Due to being merchants, so that's all good. Right, let's go. Hello.
Hello.
Hello. All set to confront your vile villain, then. I'll make sure you get there as your resident runner expert.
Now then.
Let us depart, then. Nura certainly seems eager to.
Hey.
I wonder what kind of man this Haizame is. Still, I'd just as soon capture him quickly to relieve the townspeople. Okay. Nothing else to do here except check the toilet and the pantry. I've been told that this only gives you stuff on Idle's Day, but we'll still check it for another week anyway, just to be sure.
Right.
Okay, yeah, so it didn't give us a stat up there, so it might be Idle's Day. I'm just acknowledging that I've heard it, and I believe you. but I'm still going to try it for another week just to confirm it for myself. Right, and then this isn't back up and running. Cool. Let's go. Try to think if there's anything else to do in here, but I don't think there is. I think we go and then we can do stuff.
I've been waiting. Let's go sniff out that bounty, shall we?
Okay. Route map.
Let's move.
Let's head to Heiseme's hideout. The giant sandworm's nest will be next.
This place here.
A giant sandworm's nest in the wasteland, reputed to be the hideout of Heisme the Kidnapper. The area is subject to a unique weather phenomenon known as a sand flash. Also, we've got this in the way as well, which is interesting.
You would pursue peril.
Let's go.
Tally-ho then.
Alright, we're off then. I'll take her up to full throttle, so hang on to something.
Trusting the advice of Morris, Barden's right-hand man, the party takes the gauntlet runner towards the giant sandworm's nest. They could not know what they will encounter here, nor that it might be only the beginning of their trials.
What to pick?
Okay, so we can raise our courage with him. What have you got to say to us, Hulkenberg?
You see?
It is true for both training and true combat. After great exertion, one must replenish their energy. 'Tis never bad to have a quick meal on hands at all times. I can only carry so many dried caterpillars, I suppose. Still, regularly preparing and carrying your preferred foods is one solution. Okay.
My...
Your sword arm shows remarkable promise. You must have had an instructor of surpassing skill. I too studied swordplay from a young age, but I cannot claim I took much from those days. 'Twas the knighthood that taught me real technique.
My...
Alright, now we're looping. That's fine. This up and running? Nope. Okay. Pantry. Nothing else here today. So we can cook. I'm trying to figure out what that noise is. It's these shaking around. Yeah, we can do that. I'm just reacquainting myself with what we can do. We can do this. And we've done this before, haven't we? Yeah. That's fine. Okay. I forget what this one gave us, but that's okay. Let's maybe cook. We haven't cooked before, and we've been told we get a bonus if we cook everything. So let's cook. So let's do a red grass roasted bidou. The spicy dish will keep you eating and sweating, restores 400 HP and cures burn for one ally. Actually, ooh, we can make critical meatballs. No, let's make this instead. Increases critical rate for all allies for 3 turns. Let's do that. Can you cook more than one if you have the ingredients? You can. Oh. So, because this uses the same amount of time, it might be worth, like, overloading on them. Like buying a ton of ingredients and then going for it. Okay, well I'm going to make this.
That...
Only Hulkenberg knows how to cook that. I'll go call her.
Hail!
I've considered this topic for quite a while. Is it not true that meat tastes better when consumed by the mouthful rather than via tiny, polite little bites? It is my preferred method, as you can luxuriate in its full texture while increasing one's jaw strength. The logic behind cutting meat into small pieces eludes me. I prefer only the most restrained application of seasoning as well. It is best to let the ingredients' natural flavors thrive. If animals must forfeit their lives to sate our hunger, then the least we can do to honor them is to taste the full glory of their sacrifice. I started preparing food with Hulkenberg, making sure to follow her minimalist methods with the ingredients. We choose prime ingredients in this day. I dare say this meal will be quite exquisite when it is complete.
Good.
A pleasing aroma, is it not? That indescribable acridity belies the dish's depth. It's so novel and unique. I've never tasted anything like this, and I may never again.
All right.
The critical meatballs are complete. An enchanting aroma, is it not? Wonderful. Hulkenberg and I cleaned up the kitchen. Time really flew. Wonderful.
Come look at this.
Ahoy, you lot aren't going to believe the view I'm seeing outside. I'm hitting the brakes.
The gauntlet runner comes to a stop at the Midnight Sunsands. The grandeur of it stirs something in each of them. Could a creature this large have truly existed? Or is it an oddity shaped by the sands? Another truth lost to time.
Oh, wow.
Oh.
Whoa, what on the? Is that a giant sandworm husk? It can't be. It does resemble a giant sandworm, but I've never heard of one growing to this size.
Indeed.
A beast that large could be carved into a great many servings. You're considering how to eat it, aren't you?
Look.
Come now, your attention is focused on entirely the wrong thing. Cast your gaze downward at its feet in the sand beneath. It's just white sand.
What happened?
It looks like plain white sand to me. Really, use those eyes of yours, my boy. See how each grain is clear as air? That means it's glass. The glass you've seen in shop fronts of Grand Trad or within the Grand Cathedral is made with magic, through a laborious and rather expensive process.
What?
So you're saying that this glass here was made naturally somehow?
No.
Not quite, for how could that be? For that to happen, this whole area would have had to be hit with a particularly eyebrow-scorching burst of intense heat. How intriguing. Perhaps an event of great importance once occurred here, the details of which we are not privy to. At this point, we can only venture assumptions and guesses, but I dare say this is a spot warranting further research.
Right then.
I'll just do some quick jotting in my notes.
Still, though.
The sand here is rather pretty. There's a dreamlike sparkle to it.
Yeah.
Truly, stumbling upon sights like this is the real pleasure of hunting, or of traveling. I read the word below and the word above, apologies. Certainly took my mind off our forthcoming bounty hunt. I feel like my wisdom deepened slightly after taking in the fantastical view.
All right.
Our wisdom is our highest stat. That's not a bad thing, I would say.
Hail!
Are you content with your findings? If so, I suggest we make our return.
Let's go.
Perfect, I've just finished my drawing. Take it, lad. I trust that you will deliver it into appreciative hands. Alright then, last one back to the runner gets saddled with kitchen patrol. How childish. If it is a contest you seek, then consider the challenge accepted. On your marks, 3, 2, 1.
Huh?
Huh? Hey, hold on a minute. I don't want kitchen patrol. Alright.
Well, I say.
Whoa! Now this will not do at all. Gauntlet runner incoming. She's a stylish one though, I must say.
Hey!
Ahoy crew, I hereby challenge you.
Hey!
Hey, that voice sounds familiar.
Hurry it up!
Hurry on out now before I use my cannon to punch a hole in this heap. Bring it on.
All right.
Let her do her worst.
What?
What in the... They're already climbing onto the deck from the opposite end. Come on, we gotta go. You ready? Oh, hello.
So it was your run. I thought I'd seen that craft before.
Oh.
Catherina? Why are you in a gauntlet runner?
'Cause I'm in the running for the throne, of course. Isn't that why you're out here? I'm sorry, but the throne will be mine. I can't afford to lose. Not when true change is at stake. Here and now, nobody gets off easy. Not even you. Now let's do this, fair and square. Have it!
I don't think she's thought this through. But I guess we'd better put our dukes up. I know we've got some history, but we can't afford to let her beat us.
We don't know what she's, we don't know what she's good at,
I
but
shall vanquish evil.
I can tell you that Slicer is pretty good against most things.
Ready to
Okay.
lose?
Now she's likely to use strike stuff. What are we weak to? How do I even find... Is it status of archetype details? Okay, so we're not weak to strike. That's good. We're weak to fire and light. I just wanted to double check. Nobody's weak to strike, right? No. Okay. So I'm gonna test wind first.
That's nothing.
Okay. Oh, unlock some synthesis here. Which are the two that Knight had anyway. Okay. I'm gonna use Knight's Proclamation. Force them to attack her. It crit, but that's okay. Oh, that's AoE. I don't like that.
Is that all?
Ow. Okay. Well, back to testing things. So, Slicer did damage, but let's test if you're weak to fire. Yes! Alright, we have your weakness. Now, Mage Flames is not potentially the most efficient way of attacking her, but we'll do it anyway.
Oh, power of heroes!
I'm just thinking about what's going to happen. So if we do something here, it'll then go to Stroll, who is guaranteed to get a weakness. It will get background to her pretty much no matter what happens. So I'm going to use a Fairy Dust here.
This should help.
I knew you'd help.
Just to top us up a little bit.
In the name of justice.
She probably won't crit again, so
Try some of this.
that's okay. I will use Mage Flames again, because this will be only for this fight. And then Knight's Proclamation.
Is that all? I can't lose. The Parapus are counting on me.
This is nothing. Is that all?
That's fine. Yeah. Attack. Mage Flames.
You are good.
Self-heal. We'll use a medicine.
Here!
In the name.
Attack.
Try some of this.
Nothing.
Mage Flames. We did it. Okay.
You having a laugh? Even in a hand-to-hand fight, I can't win.
What do you mean a hand-to-hand fight? I mean, it was definitely hand to something, but it was mostly hand to sword or hand to fire.
I can't take this. This frustration.
We did it.
Good. Tis done.
Nice. 2 level ups and a level up for Merchant. So we got luck, and I'll take another. I think I'll take a point of agility. I kind of get the feeling we might need that now. Like, it seems like the right time to start boosting that up just a little bit so that we can keep our hit rate high.
I continue to grow.
She got agility and luck. Okay. Their popularity rank just went up like 60. Okay.
Damn it all!
Ugh, damn it.
I've lost.
Unbelievable. Well, it turns out you're a real force to be reckoned with, Grem. You too.
Right.
You're quite the force yourself. Of course I am. You even realize how much I train. I'll say something about that power of yours. I've never seen anything like it. I don't know whether to be shocked or awed. And yet here we both stand, together again. Tell you the truth, I was surprised when I saw you at the opening ceremony. Never knew you had kingly ambitions. It's complicated.
Hey.
There are some complex circumstances having to do with that. Long story, is it? Well, I'd ask, but maybe now's not the time, eh?
If you want mine.
My aim is simple. I want to help the Parapus. We're a poor lot, generally speaking. Not a lot of options for work, if there are any to be had at all. A good lot of us wonder if we'll ever be able to afford our next meal. Not something we got in common with the other tribes. Watch my tribe struggle in an endless cycle of misery. We can't even catch a breakout on our own.
What we have here is.
But now that anyone can wear the next crown, I'll put my life on the line to make it my head that does. And once I do, I'm going to put a bounty on every rich and greedy bastard this country's ever known. Plan's not half bad, no? We knock them off their mounds of money and use that to help raise the poor up.
Oh, certainly.
Everyone will be working together to bring in these bounties and the ones that do get riches and glories besides. How will you judge this? That's a good question. What's the practicality of this?
About that.
Is it moral? How will you judge what's right from wrong?
But come on.
Well, that's for the king to decide, isn't it? I never asked about specific details of this bounty plan, so I don't know exactly.
The truth is,
There's this Tlemar who's been sort of the brains of the operation, a real brainy type, but his knife is enough. He's the one who suggested I take the throne, said it would be benefit of my tribe and I should take a crack at it. He's the one who pushed me to enter the race. He doesn't want people making fools of the Parapus. He shed a real tear for us. I suppose not every Tlemar is rotten to the core. She's not talking about Luis, is she?
I suppose.
Tell me, what are your plans if you win the crown, Grem? Can't say yet.
Hold on.
Sorry, but I can't say just yet. Is that how it is? Now I really want to know. I'm going to make you talk, so you better be ready for next time, okay? I'm not yielding either. The future of the Parapus is at stake. I started with nothing but the clothes on my back, and I'm only where I am today by the strength I've earned and the blood on my fists. I'm ready to take on the world. I can sense Catherina's spirit of rivalry and her faint faith in me. Rank up for rank 2 of her bond.
Never felt so alive.
And it reduces the mad cost of studying the brawler lineage. This is like when you don't buy something for a while and it sits on a shop shelf and you can see them just start to put out the 25% off, 50% off, 75% off. It's like, really, you should take brawler by now. Now, in my head, I know that brawler would have been really useful in the previous dungeon because it would have given us strike attacks we could have used against the skeletons. I understand that at a logical level. But, on the other hand, we wanted to level up the ones we already had, so I don't know. You have to make a choice at some point.
See you soon, I hope.
Well, I'll be seeing you.
And then?
Don't you take a beating before then, because I plan to be the one who delivers on that promise myself. So is she basically being set up as our, friendly rival for this competition? She'll check in with us, during each thing, and that will then rank up our bond. It's an interesting way of doing it. Means effectively it's another story-locked one, right? Similar to how Gallica's is story-locked currently.
The Gauntlet Runner takes repose at an encampment as the sun sets along the sandy horizon, darkness settling in. What creeps through the sands outside in the night is unknown to the party as they take their well-deserved rest.
Sands Camp.
Getting real chilly.
Memorandum. Midnight Sunsands. A desert area in the Martira region where a number of small lakes are scattered between alabaster white sand dunes. The white sands there are actually made up of glass debris, though its source remains a mystery. A massive structure can be seen beyond the sand dunes, but from a long distance the view is obstructed by spouting water geysers from the lake, and from up close it's too large to see in its entirety. Okay, cool. So, what I'm going to do now is I'm going to end the episode here. Apologies, it's a little bit of a short one, but what I'm going to be trying to do with Metaphor going forward in order to make sure that there's more episodes actually coming out and we don't have those little breaks that we have, is I'm just going to try and put out what we can. Part of the reason is trying to find a good time to record another hour-long thing and just struggling to, so yeah, we're just going to end the episode here. We have Heisme to do next, and yeah, I'll see you next time. Goodbye.